Books presents an unabridged recording of Grilling Season by Diane Mott Davidson, narrated by Barbara Rosenblatt. This book is copyrighted 1997 by Diane Mott Davidson. This recording is copyrighted 1998 by Recorded Books. Hired to cater a hockey party, our heroine, Goldie Schultz, comes up with a winning menu featuring hockey puck-shaped biscuits and iced Stanley cupcakes. But Patricia McCracken, her client and long-suffering friend, won't be satisfied until Goldie adds a hefty side order of retribution. And now, Grilling Season.
Chapter 1. Stanley Cup Victory Celebration, Saturday, August 2nd, featuring south of the border appetizers, layered dip of guacamole, refried bean puree, sour cream, cubed fresh tomatoes, and cheddar cheese, tortilla chips, crudités, cauliflower, carrot, celery, cucumber, cherry tomatoes, Mexican egg rolls. Entree, Goalie's grilled tuna, grilled slapshot salad, Mediterranean orzo salad, Vietnamese slaw, hockey puck biscuits, potato rolls. Dessert, Stanley cupcakes surrounding rink cake, Mexican beers, Chablis, coffee. Getting revenge can kill you. If you want real revenge, you have to be willing to pay. Life is not like the movies, unfortunately. With these happy thoughts, I measured out fudge cake batter into cupcake liners and slid the pan into the oven. I set the timer and reminded myself for the 1,000th time that I'd let go of the need for revenge. I wasn't a hot-blooded teenager. I was a 33-year-old caterer with a business to run and work to do. 6:30 on a cool August morning, what I needed was coffee. You never let go of the thirst for revenge. Yeah, well, maybe hearing other people's sad stories sparked thoughts of my own. Or, in this case, I'd heard one unhappy story, one story needing justice. But what could I do for a client in emotional pain? I'd agreed to cater her hockey party. A nurse had told my client, Patricia McCracken, that hosting this sports celebration would distract her from her problems. But whenever we discussed the menu, Patricia didn't want to talk about victuals. She wanted to talk about vindication. And I was as unenthusiastic about jumping into her revenge fantasy as I was about washing dishes after a banquet. For 5 years, I'd run the only food service business in the small mountain town of Aspen Meadow, Colorado. My son, Arch, was 14 years old. Just over a year ago, I'd married for the second time. Add to this the fact that I'd already sought punishment for the scoundrel who'd recently wronged Patricia McCracken. I'd barely escaped with my life. I retrieved unsalted butter and extra thick whipping cream from my walk-in refrigerator, then reached up to my cabinet shelves for aromatic Mexican vanilla and confectioner's sugar. Stay busy, I had advised Patricia. It'll help. Make your guest list. Plan your decorations. Some people despise slates of tasks and errands, but I revel in work. Work keeps my mind off weighty matters, usually. Take this morning, for example. After finishing the cupcakes, I needed to check my other bookings, make sure our sick boarder was sleeping peacefully, then rush to pick up Arch from an overnight party. Before zipping back to my commercial-sized kitchen in our small home, I was going to deliver Arch to the country club residence of his can't-be-bothered father. My ex-husband, OB-GYN Dr. John Richard Corman, was the father, and scoundrel in question. He was the man my client, Patricia McCracken, obsessively hated. He was the man I had escaped from. He was known to his other ex-wife and me as the jerk. A small example of jerk behavior. Dr. John Richard Corman would no more pick up his son from an overnight, then he would beat some eggs for breakfast. And careful of that word, beat. I stared at the menu on my computer screen and struggled to refocus on the task at hand. After much hesitation, Patricia had finally decided that her party would be a 2-month-late celebration of the Colorado Avalanche winning the Stanley Cup. But making the plans with her hadn't been easy. 1 week, she didn't care about the menu. The next, she obsessed about details, such as how long to grill fish. After many discussions, Patricia had finally ordered Mexican appetizers, grilled fish from Florida. The Avs had beaten the Florida Panthers in the Cup Finals, and I dubbed the entree Goalie's Grilled Tuna. 3 kinds of salads, puck-shaped biscuits, and homemade potato rolls. Plus a dessert Patricia's husband had christened Stanley Cupcakes. I sighed. After dropping off Arch this morning, I still faced a truckload of food prep. Not only that, but this evening's event promised to be raucous, perhaps even dangerous. I mean, hockey fans? Now there are...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.